what would you say is the average, like, or, when you work with a client, what's the average type of savings you give your clients, like between a proposed purchase price and ultimately that closing price?
When I do a quality of earnings, there's really three outcomes. The buyer decides to walk from the business because it's not looking as good as he thinks it is. The buyer buys the company for the original purchase price, or the buyer decides to retrade and negotiate a better purchase price, better terms. I would say typically if there's a retrade, it's between 10 and 20%. If they walk, it's because they don't view the value of the company. So that was definitely an outlier, saving 40% for the purchase price.
Sure. On average, it's about 15 to 20%.
Yeah, 10 to 20%. But sometimes if the numbers all stand up and there's no major red flags and the sell side broker or sell side due diligence did a good job, then the deal just goes through and it's like more of an insurance for the buyer who's buying the company, because we charge them like 1% of the total revenue. And if they decide to walk, then they just avoided buying a really bad business. Or if they decide to buy, then they have peace of mind that there is money in the business.
That's incredible, man. It's a lot of people get into, like, when they're going to purchase a business, they don't even know where to start. They're like, oh, I think it's worth this much. And it's like, how do you actually evaluate that? So if you were to explain QofE reports to somebody who's never heard about them before or what they are, how would you say it?
I would use the analogy of a car. You had someone who's trying to sell a car and saying, hey, it's worth this much. But if it's a used car, you might want to take it to the mechanic, have them look underneath the hood and see how good the engine is running, and I don't really know car pieces that well. I'm an accountant. I don't get my hands that dirty.
Well, I'm not an accountant, so I don't.
But yeah, you wanted to look at the tires and everything and make sure that the car is in decent shape, or at least worth what they're trying to sell for. Another way to look at it is an audit will focus on the balance sheet. How much does a company own? How much does a company owe? A quality of earning report will really look at the income statement. It's going to look at all the money coming in, all the money going out. Did you earn the money that's in? Do you still have liabilities on that money? It's going to look at customer concentrations, networking capital, risks to a buyer when buying that company. It's going to go really far in depth.